Did you shake Ashley Grimes' hand, or was it just a verbal agreement? Because we know that he was close to come in and then made a last-minute decision.
I'd spoken to him, I'd met him, spoken to him, and it was just, I thought the deal was going ahead. I think I was away on my pro licence. He got married the previous Saturday, so we couldn't get the deal done. And I think Berry just came in and offered him a little bit more, and being 20 minutes from home was obviously better than being 2 hours from home. I spoke to him when we were up there, and I think he, although they beat us, I think he wishes, from the way things have gone for him, that I think he wishes he'd have followed his head and come down rather than staying close to home. But listen, that's life, and I have no problems with Ashley Grimes. I spoke to him for a few minutes before the game, and no problem at all.
Yeah, okay. Did you see the chairman's comments in the programme about players need to realise how lucky they are to have the life they have? And what do you think about that? Do you think...
Was that in this week's programme?
Yeah,
do you know what?
Portsmouth programme.
This was the first programme that I didn't really have a look in. Yeah, what does he mean by that? Is he having a go at them? I don't know. Listen, these players that we've brought into the football club over the last 3 years, 3.5 years, have all cared about putting a Cheltenham shirt on. Have all put have sweated blood, sweat and tears for the club, and gone, done their bit for the cause. And this current group will. I certainly hope it wasn't a dig at the players, because they do. They work hard. It's a great life. They all want to be a professional footballer, to get paid doing something that you love and enjoy and have done since you were a child. I think listen. It's the first. He hasn't spoke to me about it, and nobody's commented to me that I said I didn't read the programme notes Saturday. Okay. It's not an issue for me. They know where they are. Just things aren't. We'd all like to be sitting here with 18 points and no goals against and 20 goals for, but it hasn't. And there's some big clubs. We've got some good players here. We've got a good squad here, and things will come right for us.
Okay. Where do you see yourself in 5 years, and where do you see Cheltenham Town in 5 years?
Who knows, John? Who knows where we're going to be in a month? Who knows where we're going to be at the end of the season? Our aim is to be better than last year, and then go further. 5 years time, it's too long in football. You don't know. I could be working on a building site. I could be a manager in the Championship. You've got that much of a variation.
Yeah.
I want to be successful personally. I want to be. Cheltenham Town could be, that spectrum. Within that spectrum as well. I want to be successful. I want the players to work hard under me. I want the players to enjoy playing for me. I want the players to win games for me. Ultimately, win games for the club. But football's a volatile business, and it is a results business. But we'll just have to wait and see.
Yep. Okay. Who'd win in a verbal sparring match between you now or Cottrell when he was manager of Cheltenham?
No. Not even a question worth, me considering. There's only one winner there, and it ain't me.
Okay. Have you ever felt feared for your job during bad patches at Cheltenham Town?
No.
Okay. Do you decide? I think we discussed it at the end of last season, but do you decide the formation and tactics you want to use first, and then sign the players to fit into it, or do you just get the best players in you can and then work out how you want to use them?
A bit of both.
Right.
A bit of both.
Okay.
A bit of both. Because I'm not set in a one particular way of playing. I'm not like a Martinez who, wants to do, what he does. I think players have to be adaptable at our level.
Yeah.
And as a manager, you certainly have to be adaptable too.
Okay. Did you think you'd become the 5th longest serving manager in the country when you came to Cheltenham?
No, not at all. It's like I said, it's a volatile business. I've been here 3 years, 9 months or something like that.
Yep.
It's just the nature of the business. It's something I don't think about.
Okay. What do you think it will take to get Cheltenham onto the next level, and yourself as a manager onto the next level?
Who knows? Who knows? To get us onto the next level as a team, we need just to address the problems that we're facing at the moment. Be brave, be strong, start winning games, and the same goes for me.
Okay. What's the hardest part of a manager's job in League Two?
The hardest part is letting players go. That's not a nice situation. For League Two, the hardest part about League Two, seeing players that you want that you can't afford. Better players are out there, but you can't get near sometimes, and it's just that can be a little bit frustrating. But it's where you are, and you deal with it.
Yeah. Okay. In your CCFC playing prime, would you got into the current team?
Again, without a doubt, right at this moment in time.
Okay. Which do you think of the current squad is most like you as a player?
I don't know. When he's on form, Russ Penn, I would have said.
Okay.
But he needs to be better at the minute.
Yep.
To be anywhere near me.
Okay. Do you like having the away fans behind one goal at Wadden Road, or would you rather have home fans at both ends?
Yeah, I would. I would like home fans at both ends, but listen, that's where we are. I think it works quite well at the minute, especially when we get good support from the opposition, like Portsmouth, like Oxford, like Bradford when they came down, like the other big games. I think it's just our ground when there's an atmosphere is different class.
Okay. What's your best moment in football throughout your career, not just as a manager? I mean, it's similar to one earlier.
Yeah, I love being involved in the game. I love doing the job I'm doing. I'm fortunate. I'm very fortunate to be in the position I'm in. And that's I don't think about the best this and the best that. I live for the moments. I live for now, and you take the highs and lows with that.
Yeah. Okay. Are there any players at Cheltenham that you've had that you don't feel you got the best out of?
I don't know. Of course, there's always people who, you say, oh, that didn't quite work for us, or for whatever reasons, and it might not be anything that can be quantified. I say Jeff Goulding frustrated me of like the last group that we've had. Only in terms he just got so much. He had got ability, but no, they're a good. I sign good, honest players on the whole, and I have no qualms. They don't all hit it off. They don't all gel, and they don't all perform to their absolute maximum for you for whatever reason. But listen, that's life, and you just have to make sure that the next ones you do, make sure they do.
Yeah. Okay. Who's the player you feel closest to in football?
Player.
Yeah.
As in.
You got a special bond with any particular player, or anyone you've taken under your wing, or anything like that? I suppose you can't really have favourites, can you?
No, not as a manager. I've had Russ Penn for 6 of my 7 years as a manager, if you like. So and I've known, I've known Russ for a number of years. So I suppose but I left him out last Saturday. I said, does he like me? I left him out in a playoff final. Does he like me? Listen, I try and get on with most people. I try and get on with, everybody. I even, people would think that my relationship with Steve Evans wouldn't be the best, but I've actually had quite a good couple of conversations with him of late, and I say, you can, as long as you can shake hands at the end, as long as I don't mind a bit of banter, a bit of, where you if you believe you're right, I ain't got a problem with that. I haven't got a problem with people having opinions, as long as they're the same as mine.
Yeah, we're getting there. Not too many to go. But when you lose a game, how long do you spend analysing it the following week?
It just depends. You can batter a team and lose 1-0, like we did at Swindon a couple of years ago, or you can get an absolute run around and get a tonking or whatever. And it just depends. Myself and my staff will have a look at things, because you need to, and players need to see some things certain times. I don't do that all the time. I don't ram it down people's throats, but people need to see if you're making the same mistake week in, week out. People need to see things. Sometimes it's just pushed under the carpet. Start again. You might have won. I remember as a player we won. I think we didn't lose for 17 games under Cots, and we lost one. And we got battered at Halifax, and managers do things differently. There's not a right and a wrong way. It's about the next game.